Hello, YouTube. This is Melantar VA, and I voice Blaze in Tikal.
I'm Sakuya Amano. I voice Silver, Shadow, Big the Cat, Mr. Cat, and Scourge. Sorry.
And I'm Matt. I voice Sonic, and not really anyone else.
I guess welcome to the season 1 audio commentary. Originally, we weren't going to do this, but I figured why not, especially since our editor is still on break.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yep. And so, Matt, do you remember when I actually initially approached you about this? It was like 3 years ago. I wanted to do this.
Was it really that long ago?
I think so. Like it was like years ago when we were in that other a VA group.
I think you might have told me about it, but I'm not sure why we never got around to it until much later, but honestly, I'm very happy that we did, both for my own reasons and for reasons of actually, this is really fun to do anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And also for those who actually experienced the original release of these episodes, we did actually remake the cast a little bit.
Yeah, like, I think, if I remember, Melon, you were originally the voice of Silver, right?
Yes. And Shadow was originally a supersonic ward, and Blaze was originally Joanne Umpierre.
Yeah, because I remember my first voice was Mr. Cat.
Yes, and Scourge. We always wanted for you to be Scourge when you did that audition.
Yeah, because, like, that was actually kind of like a freeform voice, but it's always the voice I kind of imagined Scourge having when I read the comics as, like, a teenager. You know, I always imagine I'm sounding kind of like that.
Yeah. And also, by the way, that neck cracking sound effect, that's actually the most awkward sound effect I've ever had to look up.
I'm sure.
To be honest, like, even though I kind of, like, had my shadow down at this point.
Yeah, here, Silver, it was episode 3.
Yeah, it's like I still kind of cringe at the delivery of Shadow.
And then again, nobody starts out perfect. Look at my Blaze voice. That took me a bit to get it down.
I mean, listen to my Silver voice.
I think we all got better over time.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, I can't believe I actually sounded like that in the beginning.
And also, this entire first season, I actually edited myself. Before the Egg Paladin took over in the 11th episode, which was in season 2.
Right.
And honestly, I am so grateful because my old editing, it's like, oh my god, what was I doing?
Yeah. I mean, I could edit this stuff too, but the problem is, with everything else I have to take care of in my own life, I don't think I'd have the time.
Yeah, which is why, thankfully, the Egg Paladin stepped in.
You know, like, you see Mr. Cat's coming up, and it's like...
Oh yeah, the original cut of that scene was hilarious.
Yes. Also, fun fact about Mr. Cat delivery.
Yeah?
That was completely off the top of my head. I didn't even think of a voice. I just let that out.
Yeah, I think I actually told you, imagine Big if he was intelligent.
Yeah. And that's like the first voice to come to the top of my head.
That makes sense.
And that was actually a complete, like, that Mr. Cat thing was one take.
And it was amazing, too.
Could I get one of those little soy sauce packets?
Also, sadly, Evan's art style at the beginning of the comic was not the best.
No, I mean, like,
Yeah.
she still was pretty good, but
Yeah,
Well, she also improved over time too.
yeah, she did.
No, Sonic, it's too dangerous.
And oh yeah, the ghost effects for this comic. I'm so proud of the vocal ghost effects I found on YouTube for Audacity.
You should be. They're great.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Silver actually says this exact line in episode 12, and it's great.
For a very long time. No.
Oh yeah, by the way, we should probably explain some of the cast rearranging from a Shadow, a Supersonic Ward actually had other projects and some things in his personal life happening, which is why he ultimately had to step down as Shadow. And as for Blaze, well, let's just say Joanne and Pierre had a few personal things happening, and so we wanted to lighten the load for her.
yeah, because she seemed like it was kind of stressing her out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I took on the role of Silver because I thought, Actually, weren't you the one who kind of suggested I take on Silver?
Yeah, purely because of that impression sounding like Bryce Papenbrook's performance in Team Sonic Racing.
And it's like, to me, that voice actually fits in the best. I don't like that Trunks-ish voice that a lot of the other members of the community give him.
Yeah.
I have to agree there.
You're real?
Because, like, I don't know, with him being kind of the Precious Cinnamon Roll type character, it's like,
Yeah, totally.
I feel like that Trunksy performance would more fit like a battle-hardened, like, I feel like it more fits the version from, like, T-Mom instead of
Ghost in the Future.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as if Silver and Trunks don't already get enough comparison.
Yes.
I mean, like, kind of like how Shadow and Vegeta get a lot of comparison.
And Sonic and Goku.
And
Yeah,
also weirdly, Infinite and Broly.
Entire universe will be destroyed.
Really?
Yeah, they get a
I've
lot of
heard.
comparisons.
Weirdly enough, I would have thought more, like, cooler for,
Of course, I haven't really gotten to the Broly part of the Dragon Ball saga yet. I'm going through it.
That's
Again, to
fair
be
enough.
honest, again, I would have more compared him to the Cooler.
Sonic could bring them back.
That's fair enough. Or just Frieza.
But I'm just a normal person.
But anyway,
Anything about your chaotic emeralds or whatever you call them?
Sakuya, you definitely sounded like you were balancing Bryce Papenbrook and Eric Vale's Trunks at this point.
Yeah. Again, it's like, I don't think I just really wanted to know what direction I wanted to go with.
With Silver until like episode 3. That was where you finally understood him.
What is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, Eric Vale, that's the Dragon Ball Super Trunks, like in the history of Trunks, right?
He's actually always been Future Trunks if you look it up.
But I...
No, because I was thinking like when he was like young Trunks, like during the History of Trunks movie before, you know when he's being trained by future Gohan, is what I mean.
Right, that's fair. I'm not sure exactly who that is. I can look that up though on my phone. Give me a minute.
But to get to Chaos Emeralds, you'll have to get through this amazing
And oh yeah, the Sonic 3 special stage music I ended up using.
And I actually told Melon this for my whole trick when I actually like voice Silver is basically
I basically talk like this, but I lower it by a couple octaves. I just lower it by the line by a couple notches to where it sounds like I'm half whispering.
Okay, let me see here.
I mean that's basically just my little trick.
That makes sense, I think.
Yeah, that absolutely works. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just use this for when Silver's like trying to be serious.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I can't believe I let them do that. There's no way that kid could get an emerald.
Or if he's angry.
like your rant about ice cream in season 2.
Can never forget.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
Sakuya, I think I actually found the voice actor, Douglas Rand.
This new Always scoop around the perimeter of the carton. Your grip is all wrong. Sorry for a Sunday, really. If we're gonna save the world, we need dairy.
And unfortunately, anytime I actually buy ice cream, I actually take a picture and send it in the chat to get Silver's reaction.
Yeah, that's kind of the one-side joke we have with our group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh.
And it is
Oh yeah, the
glorious.
Chao episode where I actually wanted to include a few Chao sound effects, but there were just too many to work with.
I won't lie. I kind of cringe at my old Silver performance.
Hey! Many of us cringe at our old performances.
Well, why was I practically naked?
Yep. And oh yeah, the Chao. Some of these Chao I don't even recognize as types of Chao from Sonic Adventure 2.
Maybe they're originals?
Maybe.
How they got here. I just want to get out of my house and into a Chao Garden. What's a Chao Garden? It is a relatively unpopulated.
And also Shadow's got what looks like a Shadow Chao on his head.
Unusually high levels of residual chaos energy. The hardest part is finding.
And also Matt, you're a funny little outtake about the screaming kids.
Yeah.
That was great.
I had to.
I actually didn't really have any outtakes for mine yet.
Yeah, I mean, normally
Except
they
for the
don't.
Patreon exclusive dub, that was your first outtake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Normally that stuff doesn't come to me, but I just had to say it because it was annoying me that much at that point. But thankfully, it didn't turn out that bad in the end.
Yep.
Yeah, that apparently can't English bit was just like, I think I was tired and just flubbed my line, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, I was so frustrated.
Yep. Oh yeah, Tales in the Emerald Radar. This was great.
Knuckles can figure it out. So, what do you want me to do?
So what do you want me to do?
Then I still think my Tales of Whistle sounds a little too feminine.
Yeah, for me, I basically try to make myself sound a bit younger, and raspier.
We all call them tails.
To be honest, if you
Also, the
watch
box
my-
says no fakers.
It actually just noticed that.
Anyway, Sakuya, what were you gonna say?
But I think the one voice that remained the same through my whole performance, but just kind of refined it, was Shadow.
Yeah,
Just the delivery got better.
yeah. However, emotional Shadow, you're still working on it, and you're gonna need it for an upcoming episode.
I'm pretty sure you've heard me cry on cue with Shadow, so
Yeah, which is actually in this season.
Yeah, I mean that alone tells me you're getting there.
Yep.
Yeah, because again, I always imagine Shadow is kind of doing an ugly cry if he ever cries, but
Yeah.
Yep. And also, Matt, this delivery, this was so good. This delivery.
Yeah.
and I still think I have my crying Silver down almost perfectly.
Trying to imagine myself in her arms,
Oh yeah, that's right. Matt's actually a bit of a Tikal fanboy.
Yeah, and not to mention anytime Sonic and Takal are together, because they're my two favorite characters in the entire series.
Sonic
No
Call.
matter what it is, it's just so special to me.
Yeah,
Platonic, romantic, you name it.
But yeah, I think this is definitely where you can see the current Silver voice really shining through.
Yeah.
Yep. And also
Right,
Shadow's
right.
snoring, which I actually looped for this.
That one actually was kind of hard for me to do with that snoring.
However, you did it.
Yeah.
Just because I had to go back and read the comic, and then he mentioned a loud snore, so I just tried to snore as loudly as I could. That took at least 4 or 5 takes.
You did it. And oh yeah, by the way, we're actually approaching Elise's Elise it's in the comics, and like that voice, like I cannot do that voice again. I don't even know how I did it to begin with.
To be honest, I think the one voice you got the best is Blaze.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like your Rouge is pretty good too, but it's like, but it's like I just think your Blaze is the best.
Thank you. Thank you. I simply try to sound a 14 without sounding too young or too mature.
Classics I'm going through.
And also, he references Harry Potter.
Right. And it's like with Silver, I forget that voice I gave him makes him sound around like 14.
Yeah, which is actually something a lot of people actually forget. Both Silver and Blaze are 14.
Yeah, it's like, and again, it's like they try to make him sound like Future Trunks, and Future Trunks is like 17.
Yeah, which is
So
what
of
makes
course
it a little
Future Trunks-
awkward.
So of course, Future Trunks is going to have a lower pitched voice with him being more mature than Silver.
Right.
Yep, and also the beginning of the Secret Rings arc, where I actually had to grab music from that game.
And again, to be honest, I just find like the Bryce performance of Silver to be like better than any of the others. Cause like I just don't like
Yeah.
the previous performances.
Especially Pete Capella.
No.
Yeah.
Like, his line was just weird. It's no use.
Yep, yep. As for like Quentin Flynn, the guy tried, but honestly, Bryce just fits the role better.
Yeah.
It's no use.
And
Yeah. See that
No
works.
use.
That works.
Here we go.
Yep, and also the start of the color pages with Sonic Unleashed music in the background. I just felt it was the most appropriate.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, Joanne's in this arc. In this arc as Shara and the Arabian Amy.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Silver just goes.
Second here.
I love that.
Man, I just had to extend my in a skirt.
Oh man, that one had a lot of fun voicing. I don't know. I feel like that's the thing you could really tell with both Silver and Shadow. You can tell I like greatly enjoy voicing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Shadow's not an easy character to voice, and that's a common misinterpretation that Shadow's an easy character to voice.
I mean, like hell, like I think the reason I'm able to voice him so well is the fact that it's like I played a lot of games maining him before I kind of main like Rouge and other games, so it's like I'm very familiar with his character.
Yes,
And
also
also-
you're used to the just constant annoyance for playing things like Dark Souls.
Oh yeah. Also, and also, where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Of course.
And
Yeah.
Shara,
yeah.
voiced by Joanne.
I will say, while Joy didn't do the greatest job as Shara, I will say I don't blame her for having trouble because Shara is a very hard character to voice.
Yeah,
Like, she doesn't do her best.
she doesn't really have much of a personality, even in Sonic and the Secret Rings.
You know Sonic too.
Yeah, she's kind of a generic old genie.
Yeah,
So again, it's like, I think Joanne definitely did her best with what she had.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. She did her best with the thing she was given.
Though to be honest, I think Joanne does the best Amy, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
however, she does try with Nicole in season 2. Honestly, she's really great with that character too.
Way too
Oh yeah.
crazy for me.
Oh, well, another one of my favorite deliveries of Silver's coming up. The That
Oh,
one
oh
was
yeah,
like
where you
just
scream on the carpet.
that one was a blast to record.
Yeah, like a screaming in that voice cannot be easy.
No, like that. No, like all I gotta say is thank goodness I had a soda next to me when I actually did that.
Definitely.
'Cause, like to drink my whole can of like Coke, just like, and they just continued like recording right after the screaming.
Yeah, that's great. And here we go.
Look like a skirt and a kilt to you.
Yeah, the funny thing is, again, like I have people tell me that like my silver voice does sound very cute.
Well, it is.
It should.
Magic.
And oh yeah, the dark gins from the game.
It's not working. Oh man, we are so...
And hello, Sonic in the background. And oh yeah, the lack of sound effects in some cases because I didn't know how to work with them.
That's okay.
I'm still working with it on other things, but you know, I do what I can.
Yeah.
I also realized I missed a line. The confusion hurted the brains.
Yeah, but that happens from time to time. And oh yeah, we got Morgiana, aka Arabian Amy. And Sonic's reaction.
But again, like I still think Joanne's Amy is the best of them.
Yeah.
Yep, and also this is the episode where you first voiced Shadow Sakuya. This was your debut episode in the original releases.
Yeah, Zuhu.
Yeah.
Yep, and we also featured a friend of ours, the Pyro Lion as Sinbad, aka Knuckles.
Oh yeah.
And who was? Oh wait, that's right. McCartney was, or the Pyro Lion was Knuckles. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sonic fainted because of you, for starters.
Wait, Silver. Morgiana is one of the good.
And I was Sinbad, reusing my Tails voice.
Could hurt us. She's not written that way.
You're sure?
Master, would you allow me?
I love the accidental bit of skepticism I added to Silver's voice.
Wait.
Don't call me Master, okay?
Well, thankfully, it fits.
Thanks.
Morgiana is starting to go. I'll follow her.
Yeah,
Sure.
thankfully,
We can catch up.
Joanne
My
and
powers.
Joanne
They're
and
working again.
improved over time. Only because originally it sounded like she was reading her lines for the first time.
Yeah.
Boy, what is
Definitely.
going on here?
Or it's like, given that I've got a little bit of like, even though it's kind of like not semi-pro, but like amateur acting.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can usually read the characters' lines in their voice usually, or at least in the voice I give them.
Yep. And
Yeah,
also,
of course.
and also, speaking of voice acting, some people, or rather something some people don't realize is that when you voice a character, you're becoming that character.
Yeah, it's like you don't just play that character; you are that character.
Which is why it's so important to understand who you're actually voicing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know this was your debut as Rouge this season.
Yeah, which is actually in the next episode where sadly my Rouge voice was not the best, but thankfully by season 2 I nailed the voice.
And to be honest, like I think the big thing with like my season 2 Silver is that like you can definitely tell I kind of refined my Silver voice.
Yeah, because we actually took a month off in between the first season and second season.
Yeah, and it's like, and I was kind of like reciting Silver's lines, just speaking as them with my own Silver voice, and that's how I kind of like refined it.
Yeah, that can help.
Well, I mean,
Let's go teach this sorcerer guy a lesson.
I
Yep.
agree with Sonic.
And also, what Morgiana does always makes me laugh when I watch this episode.
loaded.
All right, then let's get.
Oh, no, you don't. You're leaving for the last one to solve. You and the others are staying here tonight.
But I.
No fight. Anyway.
She boops him.
Yep.
Why?
Yep. Right on the forehead.
Morgiana, you're crazy.
Hey, to be fair, I had that treatment too.
Still though.
And you're
Silver's face.
You added a screaming effect to that, just to like.
And also, Matt, your sleep talk is great.
Yes, that one actually makes me crack up.
The storybook character's house and talking to my hand.
But like, I'm serious, Matt. Like, when I hear your Sonic, sorry.
But it seems
Nah, that was pretty fun to do. Go on.
Sonic's around.
No, I was saying like, whenever I hear your Sonic, it kind of reminds me of a mix of like Roger and Ryan.
Sonic.
Yeah, that I guess that makes sense. Because that almost seems to be like what I've been instinctively aiming for, is seeing as those are probably two of my favorite voices for Sonic right there.
Oh yeah,
Kind of amalgamating them together.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of like how like mine is a more softer spoken version of like Bryce's Silver,
Right.
and how like my
As for
Shadow
your
is.
Shadow, it's very Kirk mixed with Jason, I think.
Yeah, and it's like those are my two favorite Shadow voice actors. So
And as for
Yeah,
my Blaze, like which of the three would you compare my Blaze to?
I don't.
I say Erica Lindbeck.
Okay, the recent voice actress.
Really give us something to be hot
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually.
Thank you for your
Yay! And as for my Tikal, is it the original? Is it close to the original or the 4Kids voice?
It was not
I'm honestly not sure.
I think it's kind of both.
Yeah.
Fair
I think you
enough.
kind of combine them two.
And yeah, and it's like that was kind of the idea because like both Kirk and Jason are my two favorite Shadow voice actors, and it's like because I'm sorry, but I feel like the Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes Shadow voice just wasn't that great.
Yeah,
What's wrong with me?
Yep. Yeah, for me, sadly, with David Humphrey, I've got one nitpick with his voice. Why is Shadow slightly British? That's my problem with David Humphrey's voice.
Sounds rather stereotypical if you ask me.
Yep. And as for my a Rouge voice, who would you say my Rouge sounds closest to?
Weirdly enough, I'd say like. Weirdly enough, I would actually say Lonnie if there was some polish to the performance.
Yep. And if she could deliver a line.
Yeah, like Lonnie if she actually knew how to deliver a line.
Sorry, Lonnie.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
But again, it's just the way I've seen kind of Melon's Rouge is again just a good Lonnie essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also Uhu's debut. The song was actually a Westopolis a remix of the a Crush 40 version of Seven Rings in Hand. I figured it fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you people please be silent? I must speak to the blue hedgehog or kill him. Whatever works.
Oh yeah, and it's like to be honest, I always felt like I was kind of better with the more like tragic or kind of brooding characters, and it's like
With Shadow,
Well.
it shows.
Yeah, I mean, here you go.
I mean, he was Scourge do better with kind of the edgier characters.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's kind of your forte, and I do like it.
Oh yeah, and it's like
you've actually stated that a Silver's voice is actually easier for you to do than Shadow's.
yeah, because it's just
Yeah.
easier on my throat.
Fair enough.
But again, Shadow and Scourge are kind of more my forte with characters. If you can't tell by how they even my like my episode 1 and 2 Shadow sounded like kind of natural.
Yep, and also
For my actions is not
and also this scene was actually the sneak peek I posted while I was still working on the episode.
Oh, yeah.
sir. Nobody.
Oh boy.
I recorded so much for this.
Yeah, you did.
Help him get away.
I love this part.
Yep.
I can't see through rock walls, fists, or face.
That's literally just Sonic and Knuckles in the actual Sonic world.
I had way too much fun recording that.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me making a Darkspine Sonic sounding demonic. I figured because it's all 7 of the world rings. I figured that was appropriate to do with the voice.
Yeah, that definitely worked out.
Yep. And also the reveal of the mastermind behind the 7 rings plan.
Yeah, the sorceress.
Yep, which is Rouge.
That one was really hard for me to deliver. That sorceress.
Yeah. Plus, like I actually had to ask you for that line after you'd already finished recording.
Yeah. Not a sorcerer. Sorceress.
And also like oh yeah. And it's never explained to him. Yeah.
License on fire.
Anyway,
about
for the
that.
Pyro Lions Knuckles voice, I think it's actually closest to Scott Dreyer from Heroes and Adventure 2.
You must
Yeah.
understand that I did not want to do her bidding, but she has
Oh yeah, this type backstory.
known as foe.
The funny thing is, Matt, that Bummer Majora's line, I actually referenced that in an RP me and Melon were doing it with another friend.
Oh, you rock.
Yeah, because like my OC was just like, Bummer, because like they were explaining like something with ALO and they were saying she couldn't use her, they couldn't use her like SAO avatar. My character went, Bummer Majoris.
Yep. Also, I love this.
Oh,
That was great.
Yeah.
I can teleport all of you by myself.
And the big hair in that panel.
Nothing like big hair, I guess.
To be honest, the other line I love is that what was it, plot hole. I cleared it with the author.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. My debut as Rouge.
Not yet.
I know your audio was kind of glitchy in this, you said, right?
Yeah, purely because of the terrible volume. I tried to make it louder, and that only made the audio worse. Thanks, Audacity. But thankfully, I figured out how to do it properly.
It feels like she's got a. It's like one's right here.
Or especially that like heavy metal reference when Sonic said, "Oh, Judas Priest."
And oh yeah, where Blaze is a genie and Silver just freaks out.
Yeah.
Freaking Silver.
Silver, you precious cinnamon roll.
Gotta love him. Gotta love him.
Yep.
I'll distract the sorcerer.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Oh yeah, Silver's blue screen of death moment.
Oh, shoot, this priest.
There it is.
but again, it's just like I really just love the way you delivered that
The real world.
plot hole. It's cool. I cleared it with the author.
Yeah.
I don't just love the way you delivered it.
Yeah, that was just. Yeah, I appreciate it though.
Yeah, like
That
Sonic's
was-
got
that
some
was
great
great.
lines in this comic, and
Yeah.
however, season 2 probably has like some of the best lines out of everyone.
Yeah.
It's especially Silver's "Do you fruitcakes have any idea what time it is?"
Or I know that one other one you loved was that fish freak out.
Yeah.
Yep. Or also Scourge's "I'm in the wrong friggin' dimension, aren't I?"
Freaking dimension, aren't I?
Yeah. Like Roxy in particular has some of the best lines so far. Some of her characters.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, I think it was just I think it was just lucky to have gotten some of the characters with the best lines.
Yeah, but still.
Yep. And also Sonic Skeleton. Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
Yeah, right.
Silver, are you alright?
Which, by the way, how did Silver get that emerald? I still don't know how he got it.
I'll take it from here.
Maybe it's like Sonic 06. He had it shoved up his butt.
But the sorceress had it clear in her hand.
I'm not going to answer that one.
Maybe the sorceress just likes frisking.
Let's just
Oh God. And let's not. And also, by the way, for the background music, I had to use Seven Rings in Hand. I had to.
Easy to knock off a main character.
Well, yeah, of course.
I had a little powwow with Scheherazade, and we cooked up a little poetic justice.
I love that line too.
Yep.
Butthole, it's cool. I cleared with
Ep.
Never gets old.
Ep.
Right.
Ep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, having to censor Darkwing because I saw
Also-
bat nipples and I didn't want to risk it being seen.
Also, that Darkwing Duck reference.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great. Apparently, Evan actually intended for that to be there.
And I kind of
Of
figured.
course. Yep.
Oh, yeah. And also, Shara's face a little weird here.
Yeah.
But again, I think you kind of tell. I definitely enjoy voicing Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or definitely enjoy like voicing all my characters, really.
yeah. Once you essentially figured out their characters, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Now that she's in this jar, if she escapes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this bit where I have to beg you to kill me.
Oh God.
Yeah, like that was. Oh my God.
Oh, that was like that was my first time actually trying to cry on Q as Shadow.
And you did a good job.
Never leave their place of imprisonment fully.
That's the catch. Blaze, I mean,
Because again, it's kind of how I imagine Shadow if he ever cried. Like he would like kind of ugly cry like that.
Yeah, which does make sense.
Without a master, or a place to
Yeah.
go, a fate will
Oh yeah, here we go. This bit, like I did almost cry. A recording Blaze, a Blaze for the finale. Both here and at the end, I actually almost cried.
I won't lie, I actually got a little misty eyed when I was crying as Shadow.
Yeah,
Or when I was crying as Doohoo.
yeah.
I can't resist the binding on me much longer. And we both know there's no way to break it now.
Which is too bad, really.
Yeah.
You can do this for me. Please.
And oh yeah, finding stabbing sound effects was also kind of awkward.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Is there someone like Foe? Blaze. And you love her?
And oh yeah, here's the crying sound.
Go back to your world. Find her. Look into her eyes and tell her, I love you. Do it while you still can. Do it for me.
That was great, Sakuya.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because like with the can, I was trying to make it sound like he was like choking back a sob.
Which
Yeah,
makes sense
totally.
since I'm sure he was when Evan wrote it.
Gianna
Yeah, well, you still can.
and I'll return to my ring.
Oh yeah.
in the pages of
Oh yeah, the like second or third use of the music from Tails' flashback cutscene in Sonic Adventure.
Or like I said, if like for whatever reason they decided to have like Black Doom in there, I would still have tried to voice him.
Or Infinite.
What do you think that vermin like you could accomplish on your own?
2 emeralds down, 5 to go.
Oh yeah, this upcoming a scene with the Pearly Piano version of Maya Sodas from Demo. Where basically I effectively scream at you, Sakuya.
Yeah.
Something I need to tell you.
Yeah, like I seriously started crying, almost started crying as I was recording this, and you can actually hear it.
Doesn't matter where you went. Not anymore. But you couldn't even trust me enough to tell me what's been going on with you. Oh yes, I know you're up to something. I've seen you lie before.
You can hear it, can't you?
Try it on.
Oh yeah.
This delivery is just great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So,
Your parents called yesterday. They want
And like I actually tried reading this as Flair. How do you think, like my gender bend of her? How do you think that sounded?
That was great. And with that, that is season 1 with Maya Sodas playing in the credits. And also, like most of the characters this season, I actually voiced. Like, I think my name is here more than anyone else.
To be honest, I think mine's gonna be more often in season 2.
Probably.
Yeah, very likely.
Because Mr. Cat, Big the Cat,
Silver
Surge,
Shadow.
Silver Shadow,
Richard.
Yeah.
possibly Fleetway Supersonic.
Actually, that's for season 3.
Still, I mean, like that'll be my next one.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, this was great to do. Everybody, thank you for listening to all of us just gab while this was playing.
Also, like, I'm kind of amazed I can juggle all those voices all at once.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, good times.
Yep. Yep. Once a season 2 finishes, I'll probably do another compilation of that, and then we'll do a commentary for it later down the line if you guys want us to.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I am Melantart VA.
I am Sakuya Amano.
And I'm Matt.
And we'll see all of you next time. Bye-bye.
See you
Deuces.
later.